What's up, JVA Nation? This is your favorite purple lady, AmethystLady,
And bedtime, buddy.
and we are addressing you today because, as you may or may not know, Microsoft is closing Mixer. That's right, Mixer is going away. We are going to talk about it right here, right now. It is still a developing story. There's still a lot of things going on, but we're going to address what we know thus far. Before we continue, do want to remind you, if you end up liking the video, make sure that you click the thumbs up and that you click the subscribe button along with the notification bell. You want to be on that notification squad so you know exactly when we drop anything new on this channel. Alrighty, let's get right into it. So here, what do you know so far about what's happened? Because there's a lot of very juicy tidbits to this whole story.
All right, so from what I know about the whole thing, so Mixer went down. They shut down the whole service. They're offering people to be able to move over to Facebook gaming. It seems like they didn't want to leave their people completely hanging, so they decided to arrange some kind of a fallback plan or like a plan B to try to catch them. Or maybe it's an effort to not have their people all go to Twitch. It could be a little bit of both. But yeah, so it's like a Mixer apocalypse, but like the real deal, like it's gone. It's just gone.
Yeah, this is definitely not a drill. Let me fill you in on these details and you feel free to chime in. This is everything that I know thus far. This is from articles written and from Twitterverse happenings. I do follow quite a few accounts. Here's the nitty gritty on it. First and foremost, Mixer is going away. However, it's not immediate. On July 22nd, it's going to go away. So they have remaining uptime before Mixer is gone. They plan to move existing partners over to Facebook Gaming. So that is correct. Mixer partners and streamers will be transitioned over to Facebook Gaming. They're going to start today, but the service is no longer going to operate after July 22nd. Here's another thing. So this is where the interesting details start coming in. First and foremost, from what Mixer streamers have said, they didn't know this was coming until today, and they weren't even told in a more respectful way. They pretty much found out through social media. The official tweet from Watch Mixer was, and I quote, "Mixer partners, streamers, and community, today we've got some very big news for you. While we've decided to close the operations side of Mixer, we're officially partnering with Facebook Gaming, and we're cordially inviting all of you to join."
Like, we got a party over here. Y'all can come if y'all want to, but you know, you guys choose not to come, then you know, it was nice.
Yeah,
It was real.
yeah, and a lot of the streamers see it as a slap in the face. Not even, only the Mixer streamers, like Twitch streamers, Facebook streamers, other streamers on other platforms. They definitely, as a whole, see this as a huge slap in the face. The other things are as follows, and this is where it gets more interesting. It makes you wonder what happened to Gathalion, Ninja, and Shroud. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Like, where are all those people who switched over gonna go? Because pretty much since Mixer's taken its stance where they want to transition people over to Facebook, those guys, they signed contracts to be with Mixer. So pretty much what has come through the grapevine is that Ninja and Shroud, they pretty much flat out turned down going to Facebook Gaming, and Facebook Gaming tried to actually buy out their contracts with extra incentive, like almost double on top, but they still said no. And then they forced Mixer to buy out the rest of the contracts. So Ninja walked away with allegedly 30 mil and Shroud with 10.
What does that say about Facebook's platform that they couldn't pay those guys double those amounts in order to get them to join their platform.
Ooh, I don't know, but the optics aren't that great. And you have to also kind of keep in mind that a lot of the people who are streamers right now, maybe they don't want to stream on Facebook Gaming because on Facebook Gaming, you can't hide who you are as effectively as if you were just someone on Twitch or someone on Mixer. Like, your credentials are pretty much there to be seen. They can see who is watching them, and
So
maybe
you can't troll on Facebook because they'll pull up on you.
not as easily. I can say, like, I'm sure there's probably some way to do it, but definitely not as easily. And you also have to think who wants, say, their daughters or fathers or like sisters. Some people don't use Facebook as it is, but then on top of that, they don't want certain family members or certain people to see the type of things they do. They might want to keep it separate. There's going to be an xCloud game streaming service that Microsoft is developing, and it's like similar to like Google Stadia in the way that they're wanting to do like cloud-based gaming and such. So they feel that since they're trying to reach a goal of, say, 1 billion participants in like their gaming service, that Facebook was the best place to go. On top of this, current streamers having to deal with the shock of all of this, there was like a live broadcast that was started on Mixer. Two partners on steps going forward moving into Facebook gaming. So there was like the Mixer partner account manager talk, then like said goodbye and passed over to the Facebook global director of games. Um, let's see, and keep in mind, all of this information was supposed to be via NDA, like it's not supposed to leak at all. But
Also, someone leaked off. So did they announce because it leaked, or did they announce and then stuff leaked?
well, I'm following someone on Twitter, and they pretty much confirmed that yes, they are watching the NDA live stream. Gothalion came on, and he was pretty much thanking everyone for the streams and the years with Mixer, and saying that he wishes all of this had gone differently, but this is rough. I do know the vice president head of Facebook Gaming also spoke during the stream apparently. But yeah, it's pretty bad for them. My heart definitely goes out to all the Mixer streamers because they were pretty blindsided by this, except there is speculation from the beginning once people were asking who they knew on Mixer, did you know this was coming? There was speculation, and I don't know if it's true or not, that Ninja and Shroud already knew it was coming.
Remain tight-lipped about the whole thing.
Someone said that Ninja was like on vacation or something like that. So now Ninja did make a tweet earlier. It did say that I have to think about my audience. I'm proud of what we grew on Mixer. The next decisions are going to be a reflection of that. And from Shroud, he's saying that he appreciates the Mixer community, everything he's been able to do on the platform, and he's figuring out his next steps as well. I imagine it's going to be a hell of a lot easier for them to figure it out than the other smaller streamers.
Yeah, the smaller streamers are practically gonna have to start over. Like if you were chilling, sitting pretty with like a 50 consistent, or like 100, your productivity is gonna be cut in like half because of having to start over. So I could only imagine that a lot of people are gonna be considering getting actual jobs while they are in the process of starting over, and a lot of people are gonna get discouraged and choose not to start over. And who knows, like maybe some people will take advantage of the Facebook platform, but it's just that platform just seems like it's not super optimal for capturing that younger crowd. That seem to just kind of not enjoy having a Facebook, let alone having that tethered to their gaming and things that they view. And some people use Facebook only for family, and
Mm-hmm.
just really bad news.
Yeah, like pretty much. I know IGN is trying to get people who might be willing to talk about the fallout for this, like the layoffs of people who used to work for Mixer as well. Another thing that we do have to touch on is that a little bit before all of this happened, there was someone who did like a twit longer on facing discrimination by Mixer service. So then you have something like this happen just out of the blue by the optics. It doesn't look good at all. This situation is still developing. I just feel really bad for all of the streamers having to start over, having to evaluate all of the options that you have. I mean, if you've been a streamer for XYZ amount of years, and then you have to consider, how are you going to make money? Like, are people going to follow you? I do also know that before even being assisted with transferring everything over, like trying to establish themselves on Facebook gaming and all that, there was pictures of an NDA that they have to sign first.
So you believe this is part of why Ninja and Shroud maybe didn't say anything ahead of time, like if they did find out before everybody else?
It's very possible. I mean, something like that taking taking place behind the scenes, it's very possible they could have been held to an NDA. But the optics of, and I know it's typical practice to have to agree to like an NDA regardless. The fact that they haven't even established anything else, and it's like, okay, we'll help you, but you have to sign this NDA first before you even know what we might be able to actually help you with or what you're even agreeing to. It just kind of seems like maybe they should really look into like having someone who is able to legally counsel look at that NDA before they sign it or before they agree to it. Like, really sit and take some thought. And in addition to evaluating any options, look into just having someone who, with a legal background, taking a look at anything that they might be required to sign at this point, especially with the way that they handled letting them know.
Well, question for you: how do you think you would have handled the situation if you were a Mixer streamer and like the bulk of your content was on Mixer? How would you adjust to the situation?
If I was in that situation, then for me, I would probably just try to reach out to, whoever I could within my network of contacts. And if you're really passionate about creating the content and everything, you're going to have to start over. Starting over might be hard, but depending on what you already have established, like how big your audience is and all that, you would just really have to see what your audience might support you with. Like, I've seen people say that if certain creators go to Facebook, then they're not going to support them. And decisions like that, especially from a business perspective, if that's the way that you're handling your stream, you really have to think about. I would probably just start up on Twitch because I don't want certain things on Facebook. Facebook is more of a personal platform for me. Like, I don't friend everyone on there. I've been on Facebook since like it was only supposed to be used for people who went to like certain schools.
Yeah.
And I really just like to keep Facebook where it is. I do have like a Facebook gaming page where if I really want to give updates on what I'm doing with my content creation, then I can post it there. But otherwise, no, I keep my Facebook very guarded, my personal Facebook page. So I want it to be as separate as it could possibly be. But that's me, you know. Maybe everyone doesn't feel that way. Maybe for some people, they will see it as a new beginning and they'll be happy with the prospect of starting over. But I imagine a lot of a lot of them won't be, and that's at least the vibe that I've been getting on like looking at Twitter. So really hard situation. What do you think about people choosing maybe YouTube gaming at this point?
I think YouTube's a good move. It's just that it doesn't seem ready for the creators. Like it'll move you to the top of activity feeds and things like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
think it can work for some creators, but there's just so many missing features like with the YouTube chat. I think that YouTube is ripe for like resource based creators.
Mm-hmm.
So people that are teaching people how to do stuff, but I don't know. The good thing about streaming on YouTube is that you already have that platform that's built for long lasting content that people can go back to.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of having a quote unquote VOD can have a little bit more replayability than it would on like for people having to transfer from between multiple platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just feel like if it was me, I would probably try to make the move to Twitch. It could get a little dicey for some people that might be going back to Twitch. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how does Twitch treat Ninja if he returns to Twitch after the way that they handled him on the way out? Is definitely up for debate. Like, we don't know how they're gonna receive that guy if he decides to return to Twitch, and I'm sure that's something that he's thinking about too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but for most people that would be starting over, it's just streams aren't successful streams aren't created overnight. Like regardless of when it was that you found your creator, they've probably been at it for a very long time,
Right. Right.
and some viewership will convert over because they don't have anywhere else to consume live streams. So some
Mm-hmm.
people will follow,
Yes.
but just it's just an unfortunate situation, that like I said, that person that has like 20, 30 viewers, 50, that is just like you know practically like a you're all in the same living room experience, and
Mm-hmm.
then all of a sudden they gotta like go to a whole nother platform. It just ruins
Mm-hmm.
the feng shui of the experience.
Right.
And hopefully a lot of people convert over and follow their favorite creators, and it doesn't take a lot of time for the creators to get back up and running on the new platforms. But um, I don't know. It's just gonna be sad to see like just the reality of the situation is that so many people are just gonna stop streaming because of this. And it would have been nice if Mixer would have gave their creators a little bit more of a heads up so they can start to market their platform change. But they don't even get that advantage of being able to properly market their transition. It's like a knee jerk experience. They just have to suddenly pop up somewhere else. And
Well, what I can say, and this is something else that I'm seeing on Twitter. I have eyes and ears all over Twitterverse. Pretty much, Facebook is offering a one-time $2,500 signing bonus for Mixer partners who choose to move to Facebook Gaming Creator Program and stay for 90 days, and then it's like and fulfill obligations. So we don't know what those obligations are, but that is what that's what's floating around that's being offered. So does that we have to think, does that really change anything?
I mean, if you think about it, right, the that could be a little bit of that money that they're not paying to Shroud and Ninja, right? Like since they
Mm-hmm.
would have been giving them so much money, we're talking what 60 million and 30 million
Mm-hmm.
since it was double. So yeah, they're gonna have a lot of 2500s to pass out, and they're probably gonna save on what they would have been paying those two guys. I would strongly consider the fact that they turned that down when choosing to make that decision, and how big of an impact will that $2,500 have, um, versus the investment of fulfilling whatever their conditions are. Me personally, I probably wouldn't take that offer, but if I was in a jam, then I probably would take that offer and hope that it works out for me. So that's just going to vary from person to person. But it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be sad to see someone take that offer, that does pull like 2025 viewers, and then they start streaming on Facebook. They got that money, but then now they're like, pulling like 3 to 10 viewers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially if 3 to 10 viewers, 5 of them are friends and family, um, 3 lurkers, and like 1 person that comments, and your Nightbot. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So
Now, don't get me wrong. Like there are streamers on Facebook that do make it work. So we're not saying that it's not possible, but this is a pretty cruddy situation to have sprung on you pretty much just out of nowhere.
yeah,
And
that's
then,
really what it is. It's the fact that it came out of nowhere.
let me just kind of put the prediction out there. I think that Ninja is gonna go to YouTube gaming, and Shroud might return to Twitch.
I believe both guys will return to Twitch, and I think Ninja will make a marketing campaign out of the return to Twitch, and it'll be like like a countdown almost to when Ninja streams for the first time on Twitch again in X amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they'll have it all worked out with Twitch and everything. I think Twitch would love to have him back, even though they had a messy breakup. I think they put that behind them and do business. That's what I think.
Okay. Yeah, like definitely when you get to a certain point, those business decisions weigh super heavy. Now, granted, it's included that they care about their fans and the people that support them, but when you get to a certain caliber of streaming, then you do have to consider those business decisions. So, I mean, we'll see who's right. What do you think? Make sure you leave a comment. Tell us what your thoughts are. And also, hey, if you stream on YouTube, if you were a streamer on Mixer, if you currently stream on Facebook, even if you're a Twitch streamer, let us know what your thoughts are, what your experiences have been, because, you know, as a streamer myself and as content creators, we want to know what's happening in like out there. So definitely let us know. Let us know. Okay, so with that being said, hopefully you liked the video. Make sure you click that like button if you do. Make sure you subscribe, click the bell, and I'm your favorite purple lady, Amethyst Lady.
Hey, your main man, Bedtime Buddy.
We are out. Bye.